Imagine a moment when time slows down. Your mind becomes sharp, distractions fade, and your actions feel effortless and precise. This isn't luck or magic. This is the flow state. Today, we will explore how to intentionally access this state and use it to elevate your productivity, creativity, and mental performance. Every human has experienced flow at least once. Athletes call it the zone, artists call it immersion, and psychologists call it optimal experience. Most people assume it happens randomly, but in truth, you can train your mind to enter flow on demand. Over the next 25 minutes, you'll learn the psychology, neuroscience, and practical life strategies behind peak performance. Flow is a state of complete absorption where your focus becomes razor sharp, your inner critic goes silent, and your brain enters its most efficient mode. The perfect balance between challenge and skill creates this state. If the task is too easy, the mind drifts. If it's too difficult, anxiety rises. Flow lives in the sweet spot just beyond your comfort zone, where your abilities are stretched but not over. Inside your brain, flow triggers a powerful reaction. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for self-doubt and overthinking, temporarily quiets down. This momentary silence is why flow feels peaceful, focused, and effortless. Meanwhile, dopamine boosts motivation, norepinephrine sharpens attention, endorphins reduce stress, anandamide enhances creativity, and serotonin brings satisfaction. This combination forms a feedback loop that deepens concentration the longer you stay in flow. Flow unfolds in stages. First comes struggle, when your mind resists the task and everything feels heavy. This is normal. Then comes release, the moment you stop forcing the task and let tension drop. After this comes flow itself, where focus becomes natural and unbroken. Finally comes recovery, which is necessary to restore your brain's chemistry. Ignoring recovery destroys future flow potential. Certain conditions trigger flow reliably. You need clear goals so your mind knows exactly what to do. You need immediate feedback. Progress fuels momentum. You need a challenge slightly above your current skill level so you stay engaged. You need uninterrupted focus, where no distractions can break your attention. You need a sense of control, novelty to stimulate curiosity, and sometimes even a little risk, which sharpens awareness. To enter flow intentionally, begin with a dedicated deep work session of 90 to 120 minutes without breaks, notifications, or multitasking. Prepare yourself with a pre-flow ritual such as breathing deeply, tidying your workspace, or writing down your intention. Set a clear, measurable target, like writing 300 words or completing a specific chunk of work. Adjust your task so it's just difficult enough to stretch you. Approach the task with curiosity, asking what is interesting about it instead of pressuring yourself with perfection. Use ambient sound or low-frequency music to reduce mental clutter and keep your environment clean to preserve focus. Flow is not just a mental phenomenon, it is connected to ancient philosophy. Stoicism teaches presence, and presence is the foundation of flow. Seneca warned that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Flow silences imagination. Marcus Aurelius told us to perform every action with full intention. That is, flow total, presence, in the moment, with no room for fear or over. You cannot stay in flow all day. It is a peak state, like a sprint. Most people can achieve 2 to 4 hours of deep flow daily at most. After intense focus, your brain needs rest through sleep, nature, light, movement, or creative downtime. Rest is not laziness. It's essential fuel for your next flow session. If you want mastery, avoid habits that kill flow. Multitasking, interruptions, constant dopamine hits from social media, unclear goals, and perfectionism. These habits scatter your attention and weaken your ability to stay focused. Protect your focus like a treasure. Flow is a skill. You can train it. You can strengthen it. Ask yourself daily what your most important task is, what challenge excites you, and how you can give one focused hour to meaningful work. Small, consistent flow sessions compound into extraordinary results. Flow is the closest thing we have to unlocking human potential. When you combine intentional engagement with focused work, you enter a state where creativity rises, Productivity multiplies, and your mind becomes powerful. You were not designed to drift through life distracted. You were built to enter the zone, perform with clarity, and create with purpose. Flow is not just a performance tool, it is a lifestyle. Practice it, and your mind, discipline, and future will transform.